Hello everyone, my name is Jamie and today I will be discussing about marine plastic pollution with a focus on lost fishing gear. Our cover is causes, environmental impact and how maritime industry is addressing this escalating issue. Marine plastic pollution, particularly from abandoned, lost or discarded fishing gear, is growing. Using the DPSIR framework, it examines the driver, pressure, impact and response to combat this crisis. By understanding key drivers such as industry fishing and unsustainable practices, we can identify the pressure that contribute to the marine pollution. Marine ecosystems are harmed by this pollution as it endangers wildlife and habitats. In response, the maritime industry is implementing policies promoting sustainable fishing gear, biodegradable nets, tracking devices, and supporting cleanups initiatives. So let's work together to raise awareness, implement solutions, and reduce the long-term danger of marine plastic pollution so we may conserve the ocean for the benefits of our future generations. With ghost gear making up 10% of all ocean plastic pollution, the DPSIR framework is useful for analyzing environmental issues. It presents drivers which include industrial fishing, high seafood demand, weak government regulations, limited sustainable seafood sources, economic dependency, and inadequate waste management. Fishing activities exert pressure by causing plastic pollution from nets and ghost fishing gear, habitat destruction, and microplastic contamination which trap marine animals and diminish biodiversity. The state refers to the current condition of marine pollution, which includes rising plastic accumulation, ecosystem degradation, declining fish populations, coral reef destruction, contaminated food chain, and widespread environmental causes. The impact from marine pollution threatens biodiversity through species endangerment, habitat loss, disrupted food webs, toxic bioaccumulation, declining fish stocks, ecological imbalance, and economic losses for the fisheries. Using biodegradable fishing gear, enforcing stricter regulations, implementing industry reforms, launching gear retrieval programs, supporting global initiatives, enhancing waste management, and promoting public awareness campaigns are some of the responses measures to reduce pollution. This framework helps us to understand and resolve the issue effectively through this structured approach. Marine plastic pollution is a severe environmental issue, with abandoned, lost, or discarded fishing gear making up 46% of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. The rise in industrial fishing is driven by increasing global seafood demand, making it a major contribution to marine plastic pollution. To maximize catch efficiency, large amounts of fishing gears are used, but many are discarded, lost, or abandoned at sea, significantly increasing plastic waste. Material like polystyrene and synthetic fishing gear take hundreds of years to decompose, further harming marine life and worsening ocean pollution. Illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing is another major contributor to marine plastic pollution, accounting for nearly 30% of global fish catches. It operates outside legal framework, therefore there's no accountability for how fishing gear is being disposed of. Many vessels abandon or discard gears to avoid detection, which leads to increasing ocean pollution. Inappropriate fishing practices like water trawling causes entanglement, while loss of plastic-based equipment or failure to retrieve abandoned gears leads to plastic accumulation, which cause severe threat to marine ecosystem. Ghost fishing gear refers to abandoned, lost, or discarded fishing equipment, much of which goes unnoticed in the ocean. It is a deadly form of marine plastic pollution as it unselectively traps and kills marine wildlife, including mammals, seabird, sea turtle, and shark. causing suffocation and exhaustion. Additionally, ghost gear damages marine habitat like coral reefs and lead to loss of commercially valuable fish stock, threatening both fishery sustainability and community reliant on fishing for food and livelihood. Synthetic fishing gear including nets, ropes, and buoy degrades into small particles that enter the marine ecosystem. These microplastics contaminate the food chain as they are ingested by marine life, posing risks to ocean health and human consumption. Discarded underwater fishing gear poses a severe threat to marine animals, causing injury, restricted movement, drowning, and death in species like whales, dolphins, seals, and seabirds. Nearly 10% of plastic waste plaguing the ocean comes from ghost gear, but it is increasingly accumulating in major fishing zones, polluting ecosystems and threatening marine biodiversity at an accelerating pace. In fishing hotspots like North Atlantic, South Pacific, and Indian Ocean, intensive fishing leads to high level of abandoned, lost, or discarded fishing gear, contributing to persistent plastic pollution. Ghost gear causes entanglement and suffocation of marine animals, from microplastic in degraded fishing gear to marine ecosystem that threatens it. Lost fishing nets and lines trap marine animals like turtles, dolphins, whales, and seabirds, causing severe injury, restricted movement, starvation, suffocation, or drowning, impacting this silent majority of marine biodiversity. Abandoned or lost fishing gear continues to indiscriminately catch marine life, leading to fatal consequences and disrupting the marine food chain and ecosystem. Plastic pollution due to small particles enter the food chain, impacting marine species and ultimately humans. It also disrupts marine ecosystem and fishery, leading to biodiversity losses. Coral reefs suffer abrasion from lost nets, which cause physical harm, breakage, and bleaching, which weakens reef structure and reduce essential habitats for fishes and other marine organisms. Plastic waste impede recovery of marine environment as seabed habitats are disrupted and mangroves become congregate for plastic waste that harms biodiversity. How is maritime industry responding to this crisis? Global organizations are addressing it by endorsing responsible fishing practices and policy for mandatory gear retrieval. These measures are supported by FAO guidelines, IMO regulations, and the UN Sustainable Development Goals. The fishing industry is contributing their effort by developing biodegradable fishing gear. For example, biodegradable nets that can break down naturally over time, eco-friendly traps that reduces harm to marine life, and smart gear technology to track and retrieve lost equipment. Several organizations are also actively participating in ocean cleanup projects. To combat marine plastic pollution, we must address the driver of pollution through sustainable fishing, implement stronger regulations on gear disposal, promote innovative solutions like biodegradable fishing nets, encourage industry collaboration and consumer responsibility. Every step towards reducing marine plastic pollution benefits marine ecosystem, fishery, and human health. In conclusion, everyone can help address this crisis by supporting sustainable seafood, participating in coastal cleanups, encourage industry to adapt eco-friendly practices, advocate stricter policies on fishing gear disposal. By working together, we can protect our ocean for future generations.